house in campos, like in a campos, which basically means like a country house. And I'm just walking now through the garden with little perro, little dog. We arrived here today, and it's really close to a river. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this river, it goes all the way much further down, and it's really nice refreshment. I just wanted to show you to you this this house. I think you can see it now much more clear from here. It's a really typical house. Oh, I didn't see this before, but apparently it has solar panels, which is of course very useful. And it has like, cannot show you now the sleeping rooms because it's siesta time, and yeah, I'm from the Netherlands, and in the Netherlands we don't have siesta, so I do take it always easy, but I don't know, I prefer always to actually not sleep, because for me it's much more difficult to fall asleep than in the evening. But for the people here, they always take a siesta. So they're sleeping now in the sleeping rooms, but I can show you a bit inside. My girlfriend's nephew is playing the PlayStation. He is awake, of course. He's completely addicted, I can say, to the PlayStation. But yeah, from a kid that age is very normal. Let me show you first a bit more here the river. It's really peaceful. It's like a private land, like a private area of land. And we rent with the whole family. We rent this house for a few days, at least actually a long weekend. So it's now Friday, and Sunday we leave again. So we'll go slowly to the house to show you a bit around, but I cannot talk too loud, and I can also not show the sleeping rooms. I will do that later, perhaps, because everybody is now chilling there, sleeping probably. What I can show is on the side of the house is like a stairs, and by the way, the name of the house is La Vision, like the vision. And I think it has to do with the fact that it has a nice view, I guess. I don't know, that's my wild thought. But I will move, and I will be quiet, because I think the sleeping rooms are there too. Move up to show you how that looks. Careful here, apparently this broke. Up. Little playroom. With a pool table. You can play some pool with a nice view. Football table as well. And just a play area. And below here are sleeping rooms, I think. And below there is the living room where Juan, the nephew, is playing the PlayStation. I will show you. I'll go back down carefully, because this is not very... Is this actually broken? I don't know. Well, so far so good. Have to be careful, because I've had twice patella luxation, which means basically the knee cap dislocation. So I always am super careful when I have to walk stairs. Oh yeah, by the way, there's the old timer again. Old Renault in the shadows. Super cool. So nice. Let's go now inside. Here is like the patio. I was actually chilling here, having a beer, reading a bookie, and just chilling. There's a nice wind, fresh wind, so it's really nice to sit outside. Doggy. And this is when you come in. As you can see, a long table, family. There's Juan playing the PlayStation. Estoy filmando para mostrar la casa y todo. ¿Te molesta? He's playing a game. As you can see, it's a nice place. Also, you can put fire if it's cold. I think for when it's very cold. A long table, and we sit here with the whole family to eat. Yeah, it's really nice. Here's the kitchen. Not a lot to show, but yeah, and down in there, I'm not going there because that is the hallway. I'll show that later, which leads to the sleeping rooms, and people are resting there now. So this will lead outside. Little place, I guess, to yeah, I don't know, do some washing. There's a toilet here as well, which you do not have to show, and this leads to the outside area again, with you, which also has a nice asado area, which is basically like a place where people can make asado. Asado is like a barbecue. So yeah, which is probably what we're gonna do tomorrow. This was a bit video about the house. Now this is not some commercial. Actually not, because I'm honestly reading this book from a very famous Dutch journalist, Kees van der Spek. Yeah, the book is called Profession Adventurer, so he really likes to travel, and so do I. So the book caught my attention, and I bought it before my trip, and there's all different little stories about how he shows how as a tourist you can be tricked, like scammed basically by scammers. And one of these stories is about actually an old Nazi. Now, as you all know, a lot of people know that Argentina is most well known for Nazis escaping to Argentina. I do have to add that it's not only Argentina, there's also a lot in Brazil. Plus, if you do your research, history research, you can see that actually the most immigrants were much more before the war, even like way before, and a lot of Spanish, Italian immigrants came to Argentina for a better life, because at that time Europe was really poor, there was really a lot of hunger, dictatorship, and yeah, immigrants left a country and flew to Argentina. And also Jews. Argentina has a lot of Jews, also Jewish population, and it's not only a location where Nazis went to flew, but coming back to the story, it's a little story, a chapter about in which he says that there was evidence found, like a letter found, signed by Hitler, actually by Adolf Hitler, which says that he flew to Argentina in Buenos Aires with a submarine. Now, this is not true. Eventually it looks like the letter has been faked. The sign is a fake sign, but there's a lot of these stories. There's a lot of stories. This is actually the second time I went to Argentina, and the first time I went to Argentina we went to Hotel Eden, and Hotel Eden is also well known for being a hotel where Nazis were having fiestas, were having parties, and basically came as a vacation resort. And one of the stories there is that the secretary actually saw Hitler. She recognized him, but these are all wild stories, and we do not know if it's real or not, because the real story is, of course, so far that they died in a bunker in Berlin. But also there has not been a lot of evidence, because I guess Russia did not want to be the bodies being found or tested or whatever. I don't know the whole story, but at least there's no DNA evidence of that. So there's all wild speculations, and I just wanted to share that it was very coincidental that I reached a chapter like that. I did not even know about it. That shared another story about, well, it was a letter that they found in a house, I think in Austria it was, where honestly, generally old Nazis lived. So, yeah, it's very interesting actually, and it was coincidental that I'm now here reading a chapter, and I wanted to share that with you because it's something that matches the environment and the vibe. Now, as I said, I do think it's not fair that a lot of people always think that a lot of Nazis flew to Argentina, because yes, there are always sure, it's true there were Nazis that flew, but they also went to Brazil, they also went to other countries, and there's also a big, large Jewish population and all other immigrants from way before the war. So, that being said, little side story that I wanted to share with you here. Okay, so I will now show you the rest of the house. Here was the kitchen. I will now slowly move into the rooms where we sleep, so you can have a look. It's a bit dark because we tried to close everything, otherwise it gets too hot in the house. This is the boys' sleeping room. Like 4 bunk beds. This is for the girls. And here's the hallway. Here's the bathroom. I'll put on the light so you can see. With a shower and toilet, bidet, everything. There's another sleeping room, by the way, here. With, I see, apparently 5 beds, bunk beds and normal beds. And then we have here another room with 2 beds. So as you can see, it's very, very big. And here, well, I showed it already, the door towards the back area, and then you come back in the kitchen actually. So yeah, that's in a short story the house. Now, if you see this, you might think that I'm somewhere in the European Alps, but fun fact, I'm not. I'm currently walking in a village called Cumbrecita, and the whole village looks like a German, Austrian mountain village. So all the buildings that you see, they literally look like as if you're in the Alps. I will film around so you can see. One of the fun facts is that there are no cars allowed in the village. They do that on purpose. So yeah, it keeps quiet, clean. What you can see on the menus is that they also sell like stuff from Germany. Currywurst, for example, that is typical German. But I also read that like Apfelstrudel, which you find in Austria, for example, they sell it here too. It's quite funny. So far away, it's still the food that they have in the Alps.
There.
Yeah, let's see if it's real. Let's judge.
I think they just have a mix of stuff.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's just lekker up there.
Yeah. Nah, doesn't look like it's Dutch.
Nee.
It's fake. It's
Named,
fake.
named like that.
Yeah.
Ja. Wil je dan nog klampen?
Mira que bonito.
¿Pudiste?
Sí.
Se puso para la foto.
Ay, sí, yo no me hago.
Waterfall. Cascada Grande, big waterfall. A ver, let's see.
Va a arder un poquito. Podríamos agarrar, pero no.